Good day, fellas. This is your daily dose of skill, and you know what? I think you deserved a treat today. What do I mean by saying that? Type 64, one of the best, if not the best, light tanks in the game, at least in my opinion. In the tier 6, there is definitely no light tanks which is better than Type 64, and overall, this tank is loved by many light tank players and beginners which is starting to play with the light tanks, and they are trying to get in touch what is happening around and so on, and in my opinion, this is a great vehicle. So for today, boys and girls, ladies and gents, I thought, you know what, why not to have some fun? So, I hope you are ready for this. 2 to 3 battles with the Type 64. Expectations is obviously 2,500 plus, maybe even 3,000 plus if we are going to get good map rotation, and obviously in the end of the day, everything is depending on the maps. So, boys and girls, cross your fingers and wish me the best. Why I decided to play with this tank? There was quite some people which is asking the questions how to play with the light tanks, how to do the things properly, and so on. And I thought, why not to play with a light tank once in a while for a YouTube, right? So for you fellas, and maybe we are going to get a great map rotation to show how to play with a light tank properly, how to behave, and how to do the things well. White Park is definitely not the map where I should, where I could say, oh, this is map for a light tank, because it's not the case. And looking into matchmaking, holy bananas from Banana Land. 3 Artas, 5 light tanks, and after that it doesn't matter. But the thing is, this matchmaking, fellas, have a lot of interesting stuff, and I'm not entirely sure how good this game is going to be, but yeah. Anyways, we are not complaining, we will try to deal with the stuff which we have right here. And the first things first, what do I want to do? I want to start this battle by opening up right here, right? My main goal and most important plan is going to be to spot the enemy forces, where they're flying, if they are going to play the battle. Are they going to play in the middle? Are they going to play in the side? And what they are going to do, right? And as you can see, Hummel immediately is getting spotted, and if our clickers would have a great reaction, right, they could eliminate this mother trucker from the game, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Anyways, I have pretty good understanding what is happening right here, and the first things first, how do I want to play this battle is I want to take this position over there. Why so? Because I have pretty good plan and I have pretty good idea to punish all upcoming forces which is going for us, right? Plus on top of that, we have quite some bushwankers in the back, so it should be just great. Now pay attention what is happening right here. We are trying to craft the bushes against this M6 over there, right? This is the most important plan for us, so let's go. Even though the M6 is kind of safe from us, it's not changing the fact we can do some bad things for this mother trucker, right? And I believe that makes sense. The thing is, first thing, we can spot him, and second thing is, by using this double bush which we crafted ourselves, we can get we simply can punish him for free, right? That's what we want, and that's what we are aiming for. Overall, fellas, I must admit I am not really used to play this map too much. Why so? Because this map is only for a tier 6 and lower, right? So in order to get this map at the first place, you need to play lower tiers quite a bit, and currently I am trying to avoid doing that. Currently I am working on marks on the higher tiers, so you know, it's a bit different situation, but it's okay. We are not complaining, we are feeling completely fine with all this situation. Meanwhile, T-3485 is getting spotted, and by the looks of it, fellas, he can outspot us. But that's not a big deal whatsoever, fellas. Believe me, for us, this is pretty much only the start, okay? That's how the things is looking like here. Okay, so we are getting a bit of assisting damage from deer, and that's excellent. This is what we want to see, and this is what we are dreaming about, boys and girls, ladies and gents. This guy have a derp gun, so I kind of need to avoid him, but what they have a light tank over there together with a panzer, which is making quite a hardcore pressure right there. So what is my goal? My goal is to be a bit of annoying son of the banana, right? I want to try to flank the enemy forces from this side, and I simply want to punish every single of them which is playing over there, right? So this Jack Panzer, he's a dead meat. Now we have quite nice angle for this T50/2, and once again, our goal is simply to keep eliminating them from the game, right? So far as a start, it's great, but what we noticed enemy team is melting, right? So in order to get maximum use of this situation, we simply need to start making pressure towards this E2. Otherwise, we are going to have quite a bit time. Meanwhile, luckily, fellas, he doesn't have a derp gun, so what we can do, we can simply park next to his side and we can simply bang him without even asking his name. He have no chance against us because we have way better DPM than this guy does, so he cannot do anything for us. Bye bye. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful situation, fellas. It wasn't the easiest game whatsoever over there, but I believe we managed to make this beautiful, beautiful tank work, in my opinion. Why Type 64 is such a great tier 6 light tank, fellas? Because combination of the things is actually insane. You can use the stabilizer on this vehicle. This is the first thing. The second thing of all this, with this vehicle you obviously have a great speed. You have a chance to punish everyone without even asking their names. And here we go, we are done. 1.7 thousand damage. 500 assisting damage. You can say whatever you want, fellas. That was a great performance considering the map which we had right here. Obviously, assisting damage wise, it's not so good, but in the end of the day, it's okay. We can't complain too much. It's not Prokhorovka, not Kempenovka, and you know, everything was fine what we have done right here. We shot one gold ammunition though, and that one gold ammunition was going to the E2 front, but once again, that's understandable because their tank is, even though it is a medium tank, it is like a heavy tank which is hiding in the medium body, don't you think so? So first game so far so good. I am feeling completely fine with my performance, and I am happy, fellas. Now look, again we get better map. Katite, bless us. Давай bless us. Katite, please, better map and I will be nice. Pate, after video recording, Pate, can you imagine? Can you? Cat is ignoring me, Himmelsdorf incoming. I can smell something fishy. Here you go, that's what I'm talking about. This is fishy enough. Okay, what do we have right here? Definitely not the best map rotation, but once again, not much what we can do about this. So we have a bloody Kharkov tier 8 matchmaking, so the worst matchmaking which we can get with this vehicle, and 3 artists. So yeah, that's no bueno, but once again, let's accept it and let's try to make this vehicle work. So first things first, what we are going to do, we are going to go into the typical light tank bush which is over there. Okay, this is my bush, this is my position, and from this area over there we can obviously outspot everyone which is playing over there, right? And hopefully our artists kaboom, 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 deal with all of them. Plus on top of that there is 3 tank destroyers and probably other medium which is going to play over there. So hopefully everything will work in our favor. By the way, if you are curious how you are marking this position on the map like this, you are using the second map, you are using the second mouse button, and then you can show where exactly you are going. Are you going over there? Are you going over there, or wherever you prefer, right? This is once again important stuff. Anyways, I got spotted while heading to this position. So what that means? That means a light tank might placed somewhere around the middle, okay? So this is very, very important thing to tell, fellas. This is very, very important thing to say. Okay, can we get into this bush without getting banged? So far, everything is looking quite great. Once again, what we will wait for, we will wait until enemies will make one or another stupidity over there, right? So as you can see, this Vaka is playing in the very, very, very strong bush over there. So we need to remember this. Because if we would make a pressure like our Vaka does over there, there is a big chance we would get punished for our stupidity. And you know what, with all respect, fellas, I don't really want to get punished for that. Now look, there is a almighty challenger, which probably don't have a sixth sense, so he is still sitting in the same bush, but too bad no one managed to punish him for his stupidity on or whatever he have done over there. But once again, that's fine, that's okay. This bush, fellas, is extremely powerful just because you are spotting those people over there and you are spotting someone here if they are only farting, right? One fart is more than enough for them to take one for the team, and here you go, fellas. This guy, he do not have the reaction time, so obviously he is going to treat us quite well, and we will get some assisting damage from the left and from the right. That's good, that's what we want. Look at this tourist, the Easy 8. I think this is the name of this vehicle. He is going through the middle like there is no tomorrow, and he is pushing, fellas. You know what, that's not going to be very, very fun for this guy. He might think he is kind of safe over there, but reality is a bit different, and he is getting banged so damn hard my ass hurts from the distance looking at him. Anyways, what is the plan for us? As you can see, fellas, our team is kind of melting over there, so I do not want to fight against Progetto because I am a weak tank. I need to run away, right? If I would be a top tier light tank, then I could flex against the other tier 6 medium tanks, light tanks, blah blah blah, doesn't matter, right? But when we are playing against the tier 8s, this is a bit different situation. We simply need to keep our distance. That's very, very important thing, fellas, and this is definitely worth to highlight, right? Meanwhile, what is happening in the city? Our guys is going in front like crazy gorilla, and they are banging literally everyone what is in their way, which is not a bad thing for us. It is actually very, very good. Now we will figure out, do enemies have a light tank over there, right? Because by making a hardcore pressure like this, we will figure this out. Meanwhile, Skoda is getting spotted. Good, very, very good. This is what we want to see, and we are going to punish him once or twice or 3 times or 4 times, doesn't really matter, right? Meanwhile, Progetto is hit. No! Ay, such a huge mistake from my side, and I took quite a bit for the team. Luckily, Progetto did not manage to pick up the kill, and I am running like a skunk from here. I shit my pants and I'm running away. Ay. This is not looking like the greatest battle ever, my friends. Why is it not looking so damn good? Because first of all, we are bottom tier idea, and this is definitely not the map where we could spot the most, right? Where we could get the most use of all this. But that's okay. I'm just accepting that, and I am saying better luck next time, right? Skoda is sitting in the middle of the field, and obviously we managed to pick up the kill. That's great. That's very, very great. Meanwhile, the Super Hellcat is thinking, and he is already flanking us, which is not the best thing ever, but oh well. What can we do? Cry every time, fellas. Now look. What is going to happen now? I am going to turn around and I will try to decap the base. Probably it's a bit too late, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to do that, but you know what? It's better to try than to cry. Meanwhile, once again, Super Hellcat is going super aggressively this way, and once again, I don't really mind. I'm just trying to pick up as many shots as I possibly and physically can here, and here we go. We are dead. Okay, that was fine. So, we got 900 damage. We have 1 1.2 thousand assisting damage, and you know what? With a losing team in the middle of the night, this is a great score. I don't really think I did something bad apart getting clipped from that Progetto, but once again, even if I imagine the situation, I have full hit points right here. Yes, I'm killing the Hellcat, so I'm finishing with roughly 1.4 thousand damage, and I am done. GG finito. So not much what we can do over there, can we? So great. Once again, I am feeling quite happy with this performance. Like I said before, I think I did everything well, and this is the score. Speaking about the damage, we are top 5, which is okay. Speaking about experience, we are top 2, which is even better, right? Okay, let's go. Last battle. Hopefully, RNG is going to say yes, kill, and we are going to see a tiny touch better matchmaking, because when you are playing with the light tanks, and this is valid for every single light tank player, especially those guys which is trying to focus on the mark of excellence. If you are getting bad map streak, your main mission is try to stay on the same speaking about the mark of excellence. When you are playing in good maps, Prokurovka, Kempinovka, Redshire, Murovanka, whatever, those open maps, right? Then you need to score very, very, very high, and you need to try to get as much use as you physically and possibly can from your situation. Just how it goes, just how it works, fellas. So keep this in mind. Okay, holy You might think skill, it's not that bad as a map. Yeah, map is not bad, but matchmaking is horrible, okay? There is bloody 6 light tanks, there is 3 Artas, so pretty much 9 tanks which have a quite low amount of the hit points. And speaking about playing against the light tanks overall, it is always kind of harder in my opinion. But once again, we are not complaining about this. We will try to get as possibly and as physically we can, as much use as we can. That's what I'm trying to say right here. And this is, when I'm recording the video, it's 4 in the morning, so probably this is the main reason why matchmaking is a bit but it's understandable, fellas. Our team have 2 heavies, enemy team have 3 heavies. Interesting. Anyways, what is the goal for us right here? We will try to play this battle safe at first, right? Until we will figure out what enemies are doing. So the first things first, we are waiting. Maybe enemies will have a light tank which is going in front like crazy, right? That's what I would love to see, and then we could shit on them. And as you can see, Type 64 is the one which decided to be greedy. He decided to make some pressure over there, and with all respect, this guy is dead. He cannot do anything. Meanwhile, Cromwell is following the footsteps of the Type 64, of enemy Type 64. So what we are doing, we will simply try to punish him for one or another stupidity which he is doing right here. I think I can hit him once again, right? Because P43 is shot already, so there is not much what he can do about this. And you know what? Since Cromwell is trying to escape, I think I will try to hit him once again. Meanwhile, Cromwell is running. No, sir, this is game over for you. Okay, nice. So Cromwell is dead. One of the other lights, which is Type 64, is already eliminated from the game. That's great. Okay, what do we want to do now? There is still plenty of enemy light tanks left. Bloody 5 of them. 5 light tanks, right? So we need to keep this in mind. And our tourist K1S and simply saying, F the shit, I'm out, fellas, bye bye. That was his decision, I guess. Like I said before, fellas, like I mentioned, this is going to be extremely hard battle. So pay attention over there. We will try to spot enemy light tanks which will try to go for us, but this is not going to be easy. And the first things, how we are going to do the things. I am going to take this random bush in the middle of the field. Why so? Because we are going to warn clickers when light tanks are going to when they are going to be over there. Okay, it's very important thing. And obviously all our team is running away, so I am pretty much alone against enemy light tanks. So what that basically means, I changed my mind. I'm saying if the shit I'm out, and I'm simply trying to relocate a bit. Meanwhile, MX12T is saying mine, and he's going for our artist. So what we need to do, we simply need to claim this guy live until it's too late, right? Obviously our other clickers is simply running out of here like there is no tomorrow, but that's completely fine. This is to be expected, right? Meanwhile, as you can see, the T-37 is on my side already, so I need to kind of start running already, and hopefully I can escape in time. Meanwhile, the Ruski light tank is from the side. Yeah, this is a zombie apocalypse. So as you can see, boys and girls, ladies and gents, we try to get as much use as we possibly and physically could, but in the end of the day, when you are having the team 4-11 and all 4 kills are yours, you know, we can't complain too much about this. What happened exactly in this battle? Enemies played very well into the city. They had more heavy tanks and they secured the city, and also on top of that, they played very well on the field, right? So yeah, quite shame, but there is some situations, there is some battles when we simply cannot do anything, when we cannot win the game, and you know, it just simply happens, but that's okay. Look, it happens, you cannot win them all, and once again, this performance was quite good. You know what? I am up for a treat. Let's go for the 4th battle, and maybe 4th battle is going to be the game when we are going to score very high. Don't get me wrong, I am not complaining about my performance in this night's session, so for Tuesday, for you fellas, I am feeling completely fine with this. Everything is depending on the games which you are having, right? And in this team, we performed like a bloody hero of the day. We got 3 times more than the person which is in the 2nd place by the damage, right? And as you can see by experience and by everything, that was a rough one. So far, fellas, we are having 1,500 assisting damage, and we have 800. We have 1,500 damage dealt and 800 assisting damage, and once again, how everything is looking like, we got only quite bad maps for light tanks, or alternatively we was having quite bad matchmaking overall, right? So this score is great, and you know what, you might think, Skill, this video is not so good score wise. No, it is actually very nice, and the main reason why, because with a light tank you can see Kempinovkas, Prokurovkas, Huinovkas, you can see so many of those maps, but how about those city maps, right? So it is not that horrible to get actually a bad map rotation and to show how do I think, what do I do, and how the things is looking like when I play light tanks in not so good maps or not so good matchmakings, right? Anyways, what do we have right here? We have a tier 8 matchmaking, 2 artists, 2 light tanks, 3 artists. This is looking quite rough, but that's okay. How we are going to start everything? I am in love with this bush over there, so I am going to take this position, right? For obvious reasons, I truly like it, and I think I can do this. And what I hope our guys are going to support us against the people which is trying to cross like this. So we are going to get quite some free assisting damage in the first moment of the game, right? Here we go. We are in our position. This is exactly where we want to be, and we are simply chilling right here and waiting until one or another enemy heavy tank or medium tank will peer like this. If they are going to do something silly, we will immediately kaboom, and they will start crying. This is exactly what we want to see, and this is exactly what we need, right? Meanwhile, the T-50 is getting punished right here for his I believe that was quite bad scouting from his side. He was simply super aggressive right here, and it simply did not pay off. But you know, his mistake, our victory, fellas. Good. So, what is happening? 1-0, enemies, 1 light tank down. That's very good. We need to see this MX-12T dying, and then we are booming. Then we are strong, and we can do whatever flying F we want, right? Patience. I am still surprised how we did not manage to spot anyone which is crossing like this, right? I am still quite surprised from all this. It's too calm in the bushes, fellas. By the way, this Pantera, fellas, he is having a mod pack which is showing how long enemy Arthas is reloading, and this is, I'm not entirely sure is it legal, fellas, but yeah, it is the case. Anyway, so far so good. Now, look, this is the time for us to make some kind of action. Why so? Because our team is making hardcore pressure on people which is playing around this area, right? And our main goal is going to be to deal with the people which is playing around this area or people which is sniping from over there, because we can provide our team with assisting damage. Right now we are chilling, we are simply waiting until enemies will make something silly. Meanwhile, Crusader SP, we are not penetrating the first shot, but in the end of the day we are having the open angle for this, and he is dead. Okay, so look, score 8-2. Even though we had a very good map, in my opinion, for a light tank, unfortunately I cannot say the team was any worthy from the enemy side, right? But once again, it is happening, and this is the situation which every single of you are going to have. Me, you, and your dad, right? It's just how it goes, fellas, so that's completely fine. In this kind of situation, our main goal is to load APCRs and simply to try to get as many free damage as physically and possibly can. Why so? Because this is a game over already, and this is the time for us to shine, fellas. This is the situation when the Type 64 can go like in front like this, and when we are just trying to make you know, the last shots of the battle, and in the end of the day we are having a great score, at least in my opinion, right? I cannot say this is a horrible performance by us or something. This is great. Once again, fellas, pay attention at the timer. 11 minutes of the game, right? Well, actually 4 minutes of the game, and timer is at 11 minutes mark, the game is over. Look, when you are having this kind of luck, fellas, don't get frustrated. Everything is completely fine. It is simply not your day for, as an example, getting marks or for scoring very high, right? But once again, that's a great performance, at least in my opinion. We are 5th on the damage, we are 3rd by experience, and once again, Arta had a great performance. Probably he penetrated quite a bit. Anyways, Type 64 in action. I was expecting a bit better battles, right? I was expecting we are going to score extremely high, but in the end of the day we are having only 2,000 combined after those games. But you know what? With the luck which we had, with the map rotation, this is okay score. You can be sure about that. Type 64 will return into this YouTube channel after some time. We will let him to take a rest a bit, and I will try to craft the better battles next time, and hopefully when I will play during the daytime, the games is going to go just a bit better. Anyways, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did, because I truly enjoyed this recording, and this is one of the best light tanks in the game, so I am always having shits and giggles while playing with this vehicle. Anyways, thank you so much for everything, fellas. See you next time. Skill is out. Peace.